How do you go with this rolling up to sit movement, Kevin?
Beautiful.
All right. Okay. Are you beautiful too?
No,
Would you like to?
she's
Yeah, you're pretty good too. Would you mind lying next to him? So we're going to come over here and observe two people doing this movement of rolling up to sitting and see what can we see. Take my shoes off. Yeah, so maybe if you could go the same way. So you can go a little bit forwards, a little bit backwards. Hold your right knee, Philippa. Just roll it tight. You can track Kevin because you're, he's in your visual field. But go a little bit backwards, roll a little bit backwards. And now just watch. As they roll backwards, what's happening to the shape of their lower back? See how it's rounding? And their head is kind of being pulled along, but it's not doing anything. And now go back to your right. Left side. Roll onto your left side and begin to take your right knee forwards and down. So now look at the relationship between where her knee's in space and the direction of her head and her nose. And same with Kevin. So here, that's kind of about the limit of the head being able to stay hanging. So can you make it a little bit larger? So look at the pathway of Philippa and Kevin's head through space. You could think of a point on the top of their head. You could think of their nose, the pathway their nose takes. And look what their left arm's doing. It's kind of trailing. It's not interfering. Didn't seem good. Okay. So now, however, you're going to, in a group of 4, you're going to look at 2 people doing this. See how their nose stays turned down to the floor? Their spine is moving, their pelvis keeps moving, which is drawing their spine along, which brings their head up. Okay, so yeah, once more. Shall we have a look at the other side? I wonder if they've got a favourite side. Can you roll over onto the other side? Yeah, they're giving us their best face, best side. So, okay, and go down. Oh, we've got long arms there. Okay. Didn't catch it, so we'll just leave that. But with your people on the floor, you could. So could you lie on your left side again? So if this is difficult for someone, how could we make suggestions, or how could we give them some information about the pathway they're taking and what the different parts of themselves are doing? Okay, so first of all, he's going to be moving. So where do I stand? How do I organize myself to be able to follow him? So you're going to come this way. So I have to be able to be slightly mobile here. And look, I can no longer move in that direction. So I have to let go. And can go down again. So maybe there's a better way to position myself. Okay. So that's one possibility. Okay. So I'm going to put my hand on the back of his head. Follow it. Whoa. It's not easy, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is look at the arc that they're making. And maybe, see, we don't have to know the answers always. We can see. Maybe. Whoa. I lost my pelvis a little bit. See how much I have to organize myself to be able to follow him? So maybe I'll try a different way. Yep. One reason why to become a Feldenkrais practitioner, you need to do, yeah. Okay, so I would change my hand. All right. Pardon? Need long arms. Okay, come down again, Kevin. We'll try something else. So, could you just use your arms? So there's no right way of doing this. What we're doing is looking at the organization of the whole person and the pathway they're moving through space, the pathway of different parts of them as they coordinate in this action. So can you do that with a long arm? Yep. So if I can really see the pathway that he's taking, maybe I'll be able to help him. And just go to your side this time. So if someone starts from the side, it's going to be a little easier. Okay, so you're going to observe two people doing it. See what's different. What's the different in the arc that they make, either with their hand holding their knee or with the long arm, whichever's easier for them. And then see, is it possible to track part of the movement with your hands? Not necessarily. I tracked his knee and his thoracic spine to begin with. But what is critical is the relationship between your pelvis and your head. So if I have a focus, it's because the pathway of the head makes such a difference. Can you do it and lift your head? So instead of letting it roll, lift it. Yep, you can hold onto the knee and lift your head. So he can still come up. He can roll up over the elbow and lift his head. There's not a right way of doing it. What we want is develop as much choice as possible so that we have the options available to us for our nervous system to choose. Great. On your neck, what does it feel like on your neck? Okay, any other questions about what you're going to do? Thanks. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You're looking for the pathway of their head in space, but you can also feel with your hands what's happening elsewhere. Okay. Yes. So let me repeat it. Yeah. So the question was that is there multiple possibilities or pathways of organizing the same movement? The answer is ideally. Well, it depends on the intention, because every time you change the intention, the action will be slightly different. So if there's multiple possibilities of intention, there's multiple possibilities of action. For every intention, possibly, yes. With